Hello, my fellow tabby cats. And if you're new here, my name is Tabby Zap. I personally refer to myself as an animal artist, but today I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone and I'm painting some moths, which, quite honestly, I don't think I've ever painted moths before, so this is going to be really fun. But yeah, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some important art habits that can make you a better artist in your own practice. Okay, so the first one that comes to mind, and it might sound a little bit silly, is to take regular breaks. I know it can be hard sometimes, guys, to take breaks from art because we're focusing really hard and we're getting work done and we feel really proud of it, but a lot of health problems can arise if we don't stretch, if we don't take a mental break from things. So please make sure you're stretching your wrist, you're doing some kind of exercises with them every 30 minutes to an hour just to prevent that from happening. And it's also so important to take a mental break from your art too. You know, to step back and do something else and then come back to it. I mean, personally, I find when I do this, I'm able to notice the inconsistencies or the mistakes after the fact, whereas if I'm staring at a painting for hours and hours, I might become blind to it. I really think that's a real thing, that the more we spend on a painting without taking a step back, the more blind we become to our own mistakes. Taking breaks is super important. Here's another one that might be a little bit controversial. Getting in the habit of practicing your art consistently. Now, I've seen all kinds of YouTube videos that say, don't draw every day, don't do this and that, you're gonna burn out. But more so what I mean is getting in the habit of drawing consistently, whether that's every day to you, whether that's a couple times a week, it's gonna help you get rid of art block because you're so much quicker to create something without there being a lot of friction. You don't have to think so hard about what you're gonna make, what you're gonna draw. You're not gonna be agonizing over, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do, because you're so used to doing it. I'm speaking from personal experience. I draw pretty much every day and I haven't really experienced art block in a long time because of this. So I really recommend giving it a try. It's kind of like learning how to ride a bike. The more you do it, the less you have to think about it. Another thing, which I guess I'm doing as an example today, is trying to explore out of your comfort zone. If you always draw what you know or what you're good at, it's really hard to improve. Just see what happens. Don't be afraid to make something and not be happy with it. It's all about experimenting. Now this one can be really hard, but not basing your self-worth on your art is so important too. Now, some days you're gonna make art and you're gonna feel really proud of what you make, but it's not always going to be like that. Have you ever had a day where no matter what you made, you just weren't happy with it? Like every time you tried drawing something, it just didn't turn out the way you wanted it to? I mean, that's normal. It happens to all of us. But we can't base our self-worth on the outcome of the project. But what we can do is be proud of ourselves for putting in the time and trying. So instead of an outcome-based goal, maybe have a goal that's more time-based, like how much time did I put into this? And then be proud of yourself for putting in the time. Which of these habits are you guys already doing? And which ones have you not heard of before? Or which ones do you think would be helpful for people to know? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Alright, here's my finished moths. This was so fun to paint. Alright, bye guys.